Again, we got another trig function to find out the derivative over here. It is cosec n to the power n px square minus q over the r. This part is our angle, alright? So let me assume this is my function y, which is cosec n px square minus q divided by r. Alright, so to differentiate this, let's differentiate both sides with respect to x. So it will be dy over the dx. So derivative of this whole thing, that is cosec n px square minus q over the r divided by dx. Alright, so we're going to differentiate with respect to x. So here now again I'm telling you here something, as I used to say in previous videos, x and this whole quantity is not matching. Like cosec to the power n, it means something like cosec theta or cosec n to the power n theta. It means cosec theta to the power n it is, right? This whole thing to the power n it is. So here also in this case it is something like this. It is cosec px square minus q over r. This whole quantity has the power n now. So here definitely we need to use the power rule, but before that what I want to say, like if you want to differentiate this quantity, this whole quantity, then you have to differentiate with respect to the cosec px square minus q over r, because this is the base whose power has been raised to n. Alright, so here we need to work out here. It's not going to match here. The base is not going to match, so we have to work a little here. It's like derivative of cosec n px square minus q over the r with respect to cosec px square minus q over the r. Now this is a little bit suitable to differentiate. Alright, this base has the power n, but it is just the base. Alright, since I have put this here from my side, I have divided this this numerator from my side, so I need to multiply it also. Derivative of cosec px square minus q, it's a square, divided by r. And now to differentiate this, I have already told, like whenever you will get sine, cosine, cosec, cot, sec, anything you get, if they have the power, highest power, they have 1, in those cases you have to differentiate that function, either sine, cosine, cosec, whatever it is, with respect to its angle. So here angle is px square minus q over r, so I'm going to differentiate this with this part. Okay, px square minus q over r. So px square minus q over r. Alright, this will be shortcut, otherwise you need to do every step, you need to go and differentiating with matching word, and this will be very lengthy. So in the same time we're cancelling out also. See, we're cancelling out also, and we're going to differentiating also by matching quantities, by matching the bases. Alright, so since I have put this from my side, and again I'll put here, I'll multiply from the same quantity here, px square q over r, and now this quantity can be easily differentiated with respect to the x. Alright, so if you look, I have changed, here I haven't done anything. Whatever the trick I applied, again I'm going on the same level what I had initially, because this quantity, if you want, this quantity and this quantity will cancel out, this quantity and this will cancel out, so you will get the same what it has, cosec derivative of cosec n px square minus q over r divided by dx. Alright, so now let's find out the derivative of every part one by one. Here definitely you need to use the power rule, and I'm not gonna write any power rule further, because you know what is power rule. Alright, it's now you need to make the habit of without writing the power rule. You should understand it. So it's power times the base. Base is our cosec px square minus q over the r. This is here working as an angle whose power was initially n, and there will be 1 minus now. Alright, again times now the derivative of this part. So to find out the derivative of this part, what do you think? Yes, I'm again telling you something here that you have already learned. Derivative of cosec theta with respect to theta, what you had learned, it is minus cot theta times cosec theta. So here you have derivative of px square minus q over r with respect to px square minus q over r, like theta with respect to theta. So here just theta will be replaced by px square minus q over r. Alright, so I'm writing here minus cot px square minus q over the r times again cosec px square minus q over the r. Alright, and we finished with this part now. Alright, that's it. And now px square minus q over r. So let's find out the derivative of this. Alright, well, I'm just doing here a little bit. It's px square minus q over the r. It can be written something like px square over r minus q over r. Alright, so in that case, if you want to find out, like, if this is your function, and if you want to just find out the derivative of this function, then that time dy over dx will be like p over r is your constant quantity and coefficient, so it will come outside, and derivative of x square will be 2x, and derivative of q over r, that's 0. So your derivative is going to be 2px over r. Right, so here in the place of this, I'm directly writing here, like, you know, I think you know to do directly also, because you're using power rule since a long time. So it will be p over r times 2x, and derivative of q over r, it will be 0. Alright, actually 2px over r is the same thing. I'm not going to write here directly. So now let's rearrange it, and that's our derivative. So our derivative dy over the dx of this given function is going to be, now this is n, this is your p by r 2x, so it will be 2np x over r, like 2np x over r, and then we're writing here cosec px square minus q over the r. Now this part, cot px square minus q over r, and now this part, it is cosec n minus 1 px square minus q over r. I've already told you you can write the power here also, and you can write the power just here also. So, and one our minus is left, I think. Yes, this minus is left. So this is our required derivative of this this given function that we had got here initially, and this is the way to find out the derivative of any complex function it is. Till now we were doing derivative of a simple like one-term functions. Now we may get this as a product of the two functions, or as the division of two functions. Where you may have to apply the sum rule, you may have to apply the other types of the rules that we had, like chain rules and quotient rule and many rules, product rules. You may have to use different time. So we'll be doing one by one all those problems. I'll be doing one at least examples of those. All that will give you definitely more concept. Catch you in the next video. Goodbye.